Your live interactive coverage with CBS 13 and Fox 23 will begin shortly. Your live interactive coverage with CBS 13 and Fox 23 starts right now.
Good evening. Happy Sunday. Thanks for joining us. I'm Owen Kingsley here for our weekend headline segment on our digital studio. Thanks for joining us. I'm sure as anybody's been following along, we did have our newscast at 6:30 this evening on CBS 13. Again, we have our newscast coming up tonight at 10 on Fox and 11 on CBS. Let's get into a little bit of what we're working on this weekend. Just into our newsroom a few minutes ago, we just got word Governor Janet Mills has tested positive for COVID-19. The governor says she tested positive after feeling a scratchy throat this morning. She says she will isolate for at least 5 days. Mills was expected to take a tour of Southern Maine Community College on Wednesday with First Lady Jill Biden during her visit to Maine. Governor Mills says she will no longer attend. The governor previously tested positive for COVID-19 back in April of 2022. Another story we're following this weekend, a bill in Augusta right now. Concerned parents are asking for more consistent concussion protocols in school sports. Senator Joe Baldacci in Bangor says concerned parents of a high school football player were worried about how concussions are handled. Baldacci says the proposed bill would update the existing concussion and injury prevention protocols for young student athletes. Chris Theodores is a sophomore at St. Joseph's College. He says he suffered 3 concussions while playing soccer at middle and high school with a few minor head injuries. Theodore thinks Maine schools should have more clearly set guidelines for what to do when a student suffers a concussion.
The concussion I had was very serious. I was left unconscious in my last high school soccer game. I think having more strict protocols would definitely keep kids out for the right amount of time.
Our Asia Reid has more on this tonight at 10 and 11. Portland school leaders have a big decision to make tomorrow night. They have more than $3 million in extra funding, and tomorrow they'll decide what to do with it. Earlier this week, the Maine Department of Education announced an accounting error that gave school districts across the state more than $40 million in unexpected funding. Portland's co-superintendents are currently putting together a budget for the next school year with a tight cap on that budget and hundreds of asylum-seeking students who require more resources to teach. They have proposed raising the school portion of the city's tax rate by 7%. And in Limerick tomorrow, they have some exciting news. A new firehouse is going to open up. The groundbreaking, rather, of a new and much-needed fire station in Limerick is scheduled for tomorrow. This is a rendering of that, the groundbreaking happening tomorrow. The fire station will cost just shy of $5 million. The funding for it came from a request by Senator Susan Collins for $36 million of upgrades in public safety facilities and equipment in Maine. The funding will be spread out to 27 different communities. And another big announcement coming tomorrow morning. You can watch on multiple different platforms, including here on CBS 13. The astronauts who will take a trip around the moon will be announced tomorrow morning, and one Mainer might get picked. NASA is sending a team to ride the Orion spacecraft around the moon on a 10-day journey. It will be the first crewed test flight in what NASA calls a critical step toward establishing a long-term human presence on the moon. 3 astronauts will be selected. One of the candidates, Jessica Meir, the Caribou native, has spent more than 200 days in space and was named one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people of 2020. That'll be exciting news coming up tomorrow. As far as what we're looking at weather-wise, pretty mild start to next week. This is a quick 7-day rundown for the coast Thursday. We're seeing highs close to 60 degrees. This is a pretty sunshiny day coming up for the start of spring. So you can check that out coming up tonight at 10:11. Our Ryan Mon will have his full forecast, breaking all of that down as we're sort of now getting into the real start of spring, at least as we kind of get this first full week of April. Well, thank you for joining us here on from our digital studio for Weekend Headlines. I'm Owen Kingsley. That's all I got for right now. We'll have these stories and much more, including Ryan's full forecast, coming up in just about an hour over on Fox 23. Until then,
You've been watching live interactive coverage from CBS 13 and Fox 23. Make sure to stay connected with CBS 13 and Fox 23 on air, online, and through these social channels. Thank you for watching.